Day 299. It's Christmas Eve. And how'd the day go? Got the day off. Got up around 8. Walked the pup. It was a quick walk. It was raining. It was raining for a few hours. And the pup walked right outside the door. Got about 10 feet. Looked around. Was like, nope, I don't want any part of this. And so I was like, come on, you gotta get outside and go potty. You gotta do your business. It's like, come on, just come real quick. She was still hesitant, but eventually we got her out. And she went to the bathroom at the little dog park. And she just kept shaking. And there was like a little canopy there. So she hid under that for a bit and then put the leash back on and pretty much came straight back in. Played with her for about 15-20 minutes to get some of that morning energy out of. Gave her some food after that. And she was a little bit hyper, almost like she was irritated that it was raining on her time to go outside. So I tried to calm her down. Just play with her, like, okay, hold her a little bit, calm down, you're okay. And eventually she did. So I gave her some food. It took her a while to eat, so I threw in a little bit of chicken on there and she ate it pretty quick. Then I just took my time getting ready, started doing some laundry, cut the hair again, so it's a little bit not as blended on this side. Like right here, I couldn't get rid of that line. But this side turned out really well. You can barely see it. But it'll look better in a day or two. And then from there, just hopped in a shower, did a quick sweep of the place, and then it was getting all packed up to go up north to see the fam, and then it was just raining, some road closures. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to stay here one more night, and then I'll be there in the morning. I felt bad. I think we had plans to do some kind of dinner, and I'm sure there was dessert, but I think mentally needed to be here another night. I can't explain it entirely. I don't know if it's just being in my own bed or just I think it's a combination of wanting to be in my own bed, being warmer weather. Then I don't want to be in a bad situation and driving. So hopefully it stops raining. It's a better scenario tomorrow morning. I'll go from there. But just kind of hung out inside of town. Had a friend who's going to go catch a movie. So I was like, hey, if you're up for a movie, I'll go with you. So we went and watched Licorice Pizza, which I had heard about it from my buddy Nick. He just said it was kind of in the 70s. That's what my friend had said. So I had to watch the trailer. I was like, okay, it looks interesting. Looks like there's a little friendly dynamic there. What's going on? Could be entertaining if nothing else. So we watched that. And I enjoyed it. I liked it. I guess it was just a little... There was a couple scenes where you get lost and you're like, did they do a time jump? Because these two people just get along really well. And like the next scene, one of them is really into someone else. And you're like, I thought they just kind of made up, or I thought that they were on this relationship path. And you're like, okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was just a feeling. I don't know. And they jump back out of it, and then jump back in, jump back out, jump back in. There's a couple funny parts in there. Bradley Cooper had a funny scene. I can't remember if he's playing this guy named Jack, but he's just kind of crazy. Like, he confronts the main actor, and he's talking to him like it's Barbra Streisand, like Barbra Streisand. No, it's Streisand, like sand on the beach and sand, like Barbra Streisand's. It's like Streisand. I just kept trying to correct him. I was like, I don't hear the difference every time they say. But then he just It was intense. He had pen the guy and just kind of say, "Don't do anything wrong to my house. Be back." So this guy over here, Steve, I think was his name, is gonna look after you. Make sure you don't screw anything up. I'll be back. And then he kind of threatens himself or the guy in this family and says, if you screw this up, I'm gonna come after your brother and your rest of your family. And so it kind of promotes the guy. Doesn't promote it. It pushes the guy to kind of do something that he definitely shouldn't have done. And he gets put in a situation you're just like, oh, this is gonna go south real quick. But interesting movie. Very interesting. Definitely made you feel like it was made in the 70s, minus the video quality of the 70s is not as good as it is now. And so you could that's the one thing you could take away. But yeah, just what was going on at the time, the way they dressed, the way they acted. There's a scene in there where the waterbeds are the new big thing. So they're just trying to promote it and get people excited for this new bed, this new mattress that you can sleep on. And so it was just funny hearing their advertisements for it and trying to promote it. I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds like what they would have kind of said at the time, even though now I don't think anyone has one. They're very rare. But yeah, that was interesting. And then, yeah, I kind of had the day off. Still doing push-ups. I've got the 3 sets of 30 in. Got one more set to go. Gonna read. Call it a night so I can try to get up early. Other than that, what else? There's some bikes going by. Not sure if the audio would pick that up. It's pretty loud. Just watched Klaus on Netflix, which was actually really cool. The first time I tried it, put it on for 10-15 minutes, and I missed the intro. And so I was trying to catch up what was going on, and I was like, what? I didn't get it. And this time I was more focused on what had happened. And it made a lot more sense, and it was very cute and playful. It's animated, so it's gotta have that attachment to it so that kids like it, and so something in there so that parents can kind of enjoy it as well if they're not into cartoons or animated movies. Yeah, that was actually a good one. It's probably the better of the Christmas movies I've seen this year. I'm trying to think of all the new ones I saw, and that Sweet Home Alone. That was a little bit rough. The Jingle All the Way 2, that was a little corny, cheesy. And this one was like, okay, I can see how that could happen. All right, I can see where they're going with this. So, yeah, definitely a good watch. Good little surprise too. I didn't really hear anything about it, anyone promoting it, besides a couple of friends. So, lots of good little pieces in there for how to act, and if you want to say how the Christmas Story came about in a nutshell, that's kind of how the movie goes. But that's it for the day. No run, no gym time. I think it was the mental day today. Yeah, I call it there. So run your life with health and happiness, and have a good night.